As World War II was coming to a close, the Albanian partisans finally liberated their country from fascist occupation, establishing a new, independent Albania. In 1946, they overthrew the old King Zog and established a communist regime. What might surprise you is that Albania ended up allying the People's Republic of China instead of the Soviet Union. But how did this happen? To understand this, we have to first take a deep dive in Albania's geographical location. It is located in the Balkans, surrounded by the socialist Yugoslavia and the democratic Kingdom of Greece. Albania decided to ally the Yugoslavians despite the issue of Kosovo, which had ethnic Albanians in it. However, eventually the relationship between Yugoslavia and the Soviet Union ended up completely breaking down, resulting in Enver Hoxha, the leader of the communist Albanians, allying Stalin, who he viewed as, quite frankly, his daddy. Enver Hoxha had hoped that the Soviet Union would invade Yugoslavia, allowing him to take Kosovo, but this did not happen. Eventually, Stalin ended up dying in his room, which led to a man who loves corn called Nikita Khrushchev succeeding him as the leader of the Soviet Union, and quite frankly, Enver Hoxha did not like this guy. He thought he was a revisionist and a traitor to communism. China, which was also being led by socialists now, ended up also having a breakup with the Soviet Union, and its leader Mao was greatly admired by the Albanian communists, and this led to the Albanian-Chinese alliance. The benefit Albania got from this alliance was financial support from China, despite the fact that the Chinese were starving themselves. And what benefit could this possibly have for the communist Chinese? Well, the People's Republic of China still wasn't recognized as the official China by the United Nations, and instead the Taiwan government, the old Republic of China, was recognized as the legitimate government of all of China, and Albania could now just keep telling the UN to let their daddy be the real China. And eventually, this ended up happening, of course.
China, you take China.
However, the US President Richard Nixon would end up visiting China and becoming friends with the leader, and this led to China and the USA becoming trade partners. Enver Hoxha now saw the Chinese as traitors, and this led to many years of Albanian diplomatic isolation from the rest of the world, one even worse than that of North Korea. And all of this lasted until the Albanian Revolution, where the Albanian communist government was overthrown after the end of the Cold War. The question that might pop up in your head now is, why didn't the Soviet Union, such a big country, not just invade a small country like Albania? The first reason is that Albania was separated from the Soviets through Yugoslavia, and obviously the Soviets could not go through it. And the other reason was bunkers, because Albania built 750,000 bunkers. This crazy dude, man, this crazy dude. And for the Soviet Union, there was nothing they could do.
This video took a really long time to make, so go and subscribe, subscribe to become a Giga Chat, subscribe now, please, subscribe.